Hello everyone, my name is Ramesh. In this session, we are going to discuss about exception handling techniques in Java. This is one of the most important entry question. Let's check the various types of exceptions available in Java. Exception is an abnormal condition which will occur during runtime in general. There are two different types of exceptions available in Java, compile time exceptions and runtime exceptions. Compile time exceptions occur during the compilation of the program. So best examples for this compile time exceptions are class not found exception, method not found exception, field not found exception. And runtime exceptions are occur during runtime of the program. And best examples for runtime exceptions are null pointer exception, array index out of bounds exception, so out of memory error exception. Okay, and coming to so I will show you various types of the block diagram. Okay, how exception hierarchy exists. Okay, this is the object. So as we all know that object is the superclass for all the exception. Sorry, object is the superclass for all the classes actually. Okay, and inside the object, so this is the throwable. Okay, throwable. Throwable is the superclass for all the exceptions. Okay, throwable is the superclass for all the exceptions. So inside the throwable, we have two different types. It is exception and then error. Let's check this one. First one is exception. First one is exception. And second one is error. Error. Okay, inside the exception, again we have two different types actually. So as we know that, so two different types. This is compile time exception and runtime exception. Okay, this is compile time exception, this is runtime exception. Assume that compile time exceptions and another one is runtime exceptions. Runtime exceptions. This is all about exception hierarchy. So object is the superclass for all the classes. Inside the object superclass, throwable is the class which will exist actually, which is the superclass for all the exceptions. Inside the throwable, exception and error are two different classes. Inside the an exception, we have compile time exception, runtime exception. Okay, the basic difference between exception and error is exceptions can be handled, errors cannot be handled. Exceptions can be handled by using try catch blocks and even throws keyword actually. Let's check all the exceptions, different types of exceptions. Before that, using try catch block, there are different scenarios actually. A try is followed by at least one catch or finally block actually, and more than one catch also it is exist, is possible. For example, try when catch combination, it is possible, it is the right combination. And inside the try actually we can provide the business logic, and inside the catch block we will catch all the exceptions whichever whatever the possibilities of exceptions occurred inside the the try block. This is the case one. Case two is the try block and followed by business logic, and finally closing connections and all we can just put it as part of this finally block. And the case three is so try catch and then finally. Okay, so inside the try we will put the business logic, and the catch actually we will put all the catch related stuff, and finally database closing connections and file closing connections we can put it here. Okay, let's check all the features one by one using the Eclipse tool. For that I am going to create exception demo is the class name. Okay, so and then just checking compile time exceptions. Okay, class dot for name is the method. Okay, where I am just using it. See inside here I am just com dot oracle dot driver dot oracle driver. Assume that now I am going to use this one. Okay, we will get compile time exceptions here. Just to avoid this one, assume that I am just using the class not found exception. I'm just using by using throws keyword. Let's try to run this one. We will get the class not found exception. Okay, just to try to surrender it by using try catch block. Okay, and see it what will happen. Okay, catch. So as we know that, so So if we run it, see here, okay, class not found exception, right? Okay, class not found exception, that we are going to class not found exception. Okay, we are going to catch it inside the like cnf dot get message. We need to use it. Okay, let's try to run this program now. Okay, and check it. Okay, just try to remove this one and check it. So whether we will get the same exception or not. See here. So even though we are not using cross keyword, if we surrender the code within this try catch blocks, then like we will get this one, and like we need to use the proper driver name and just import the corresponding jar files. Okay, then only like we can use the database related stuff actually. Okay, this is high level, just I'm declaring actually. Okay, this is all about like class not found exception. Let's try to check it the another scenario, which is so the method not found exception, right? Okay, I'm creating object for this one, and which is demo equal to new object. Okay, and demo dot, okay, assume that I am using display method, okay, which is not available or declared any part of this class. Okay, let's assume that, okay, display is the method which we are using it. I am trying to call it actually. This in this case, display is the method undefined for the exception demo. This type of exception we will get it actually. Okay, so and another one is field not found exception, right? Assume that I am trying to just access this one. Okay, let's try to access this field, okay, before we declare or assign some values to this one. In this case also we will get like the compile time exception. We need to just correct all these things actually before we use it. Compile time exceptions, we need to just correct it, otherwise like the program will like give the unexpected results or output actually. For example, runtime exceptions. Okay, let's go to second scenario, runtime exceptions. Assume that I am just using string str is equal to, okay, null value. I am just assigning it. Okay, inside the sysout, what I am doing is str dot to lowercase. I am using it. Okay, I am using to a lowercase. Okay, I am not getting any compile time error here. Let's check run and the program. Java dot lack null point exception. We have received it actually. Just to overcome this problem, so okay, let's test the like assign some value to the string variable and just try to execute it. We will get the correct output actually, like converting some higher case letters into lower case letters. Okay, this is all about when null point exception. Okay, and coming to the next one, actually array index out of bounds exception. Okay, for that integer, and I'm just declaring it. Okay, I'm just declaring it and assigning some values to this one, 20, 30, 40. These are the variables, just like values I'm assigning. Let's try to just print some values actually. Array of 4, I'm just trying to access it. So let's see what will happen. See, in this case we will get like array index out of bounds exception. This is the exception we are getting actually. The reason is, okay, so we are accessing fourth element. Okay, array index starts from 0. Okay, so the fifth element does not exist actually. If we are giving just 0 here, we will get the like 10 as the element, because 0th position, what is the element exists, 10 is the value actually. Here we existed. Okay, so even though like we are accessing some fourth element, if we surrender this code within try catch block, okay, try catch block, then we will, if we catch this one, then nothing will happen. I mean like there is no actual error will be occurred actually here. Catch. Okay, so we can put it this current array index out of bounds exception. Okay, just put this out actually. Okay, is the variable, and just try to print it. So out dot, okay, get message is the method. Just we will get this message. Okay, just format this one, format this code, and try to run it now. See here, index of 4 out of bounds for length of the 4 actually. It is not correct, right? So as we discussed, so there are 4 elements exist. Index starts from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3 actually. If we want to retrieve that fourth element, then we need to give it third position here really. Okay, let's try to run this one. This is the 40, which is fourth location. Okay, I mean, okay, this is all about like an array index out of bounds exception. Let's try to execute the test the another scenario, that is division by 0. Okay, for that one, integer I equal to 100, I'm just taking it. Okay, sys out and I divided by 0. Let's try to see the program output here. Okay, arithmetic exception we received it. The reason is, okay, so division by 0 is not the correct one, right? Assume that now we are putting some piece of code after the try catch block. Okay, sys out, right? Okay, so here I am just giving next lines of code. Okay, I have given. Let's just check it like whether this code will be executed or not. After, as soon as the exception is erased, these lines of code are like not executed. Okay, just to make it work, actually just put it code inside the try catch block. This is the try actually. Okay, and just I'm just trying to put it here. Now I'm just using catch block and arithmetic exception AE. Okay, now I'm printing, so AE dot get message is the method. Just I'm printing it. Let's check it whether I will get the right output or not in this case. Okay, see here, division by 0, even though I get this exception, I am just catching this exception as catch block, and the next line of code is executed here. Okay, next line of code is executed here. Okay, this is how we need to just handle arithmetic exceptions. For example, if I am using finally block here, see here finally, and before that if I use this catch block, okay, using exception, okay, is E, then what will happen? Just check it whether it will execute or not. Okay, E dot get message. Okay, so let's see the output. Okay, the division by 0 and next line of code, because arithmetic exception is under the exception, actually before the exception class. Okay, if we just put this exception block, okay, before the arithmetic exception, then we will get the comparative method, because this arithmetic exception already caught by exception, but again once again we are just catching this one. This is not possible, actually. See the message. Okay, it is already handled by the catch block for exception. Okay, this is not possible. Okay, we need to write it in order, actually. Last exception should be this exception, like arithmetic exception, array index, out of bounds exception, null pointer exception, all those exceptions we need to define it, and the last exception block should be this exception. Okay, just put it like this again. Now test the finally block code. Okay, finally is the one. Let's put some sys out here. Okay, sys out here, and just finally block of code. Okay, finally block of the code. Okay, let's try to run the program here. See, okay, division by 0 and then finally block of the code, then next lines of the code. Okay, so after executing this try catch block, okay, exception is erased, means okay, this will be caught by corresponding catch block, and then finally block will be executed, and then finally next lines of the code will be executed. Okay, this is all about runtime exceptions. And the last one is memory. So this one, actually, okay, the last exception is out of memory error exception. So if there are out of memory, obviously we need to just increase the space. Okay, then only this kind of errors will be gone, actually. Otherwise so we keep on getting those messages. Okay, so while running the program under. Okay, please practice with different object sets, then you will get fair idea on exception handling. Okay, please like it and share it, and then comment if you have any doubts. Okay, thanks for watching.